That project you keep thinking about, the one that you dream about, you've planned, you're losing sleep about, you're overthinking. It feels like progress, right? Well, it isn't. Planning isn't execution, and thinking, it's not momentum. And the funniest part is that the worries that you have won't even be there once you've started. Saying I heard recently is that both winners and losers think they'll succeed. Anyways, welcome to my channel. My name is Leroy. I'm a young medical professional based in South Africa, and with the very little time that I have, I've managed to build a brand in the automotive scene. But the whole point of this channel, or the whole point of this video as well, is finding ways to build leverage in your life with the limited time that you may have. And in the case of this video, if you're a person who's had an itching idea in their mind, like if you have this idea that has come and gone, or you just thought recently, I really want to start a business, or I really want to start a new hobby, I want to start a YouTube channel, then this video is precisely for you. Anyways, I'm going to share some tips that have helped me do just that, or start my process of doing just that. And hopefully these will also take you down into the awesome journey of just trying to be consistent and do the actual actions that are required. But in doing so, something that I noticed is that I feel like for all of us, especially the ones who are trying to try new things and add things to their life, that we'll probably overthink quite a bit, and the overthinking will just kill any progress that you could have, because ultimately overthinking doesn't move the needle, doesn't get the actions done, doesn't get the activities done. So first thing that I want to bring forward when it comes to overthinking and overplanning is that planning is reasonable. It's important actually, because without any plan, you're most likely to fail. But a caveat to this is that you'll get clarity by doing. You won't be able to get clarity with all the world's amount of planning that you can do. Because personally for me, when I look at my story and what I'm doing and how I'm pushing, I realized that trying to build a brand or trying to build, a side hustle or something like that, increase my income or just be better with my finances, I found that planning forever never built anything. I found that just by starting, I was able to actually see what worked and build the clarity to know that, look, trying this will lead to that. So that's where this first point came about in my personal life, is that you can only get clarity by doing. So the best and most efficient way to do things is just to start, just to try stuff. Try it out, try out that idea, get moving. And if it's working, you continue it. If it's not working, now you know what doesn't work and you got the clarity that your plans could never give you. Yeah, that brings us into our second point, which is that planning can make you feel like you're doing something when in all reality you're doing nothing. Right? It'll feel like progress, feel like the action has been done. But writing a business plan, writing 1,000 scripts, scrapping them, rewriting them, thinking about new ideas, watching a ton of YouTube videos, and if you're anything like me, sometimes you watch a YouTube video and you'll feel like you've done work. It's not actually doing the work. It's not executing. It is just giving you the dopamine and the feeling of having executed. But ultimately, you still need to think about the ways that you can actually do the stuff. So this is not to say that you shouldn't consume, you shouldn't learn, you shouldn't plan your business, you shouldn't do that kind of stuff. This is to say that, look, you can do it, but you shouldn't do it forever. You should give yourself a timeline, a deadline, which is what I did for myself, essentially. I gave myself a timeline, a deadline. I would be like, look, by the end of this week, I need to make a decision on this thing regarding to how we're going to take the brand. And by the end of the week, I had to do that. And I found that in the seasons when I made actual progress, as opposed to stalling the business or stalling the side hustles, was the months where I was like, look, by the end of today, I need to have a decision. By the end of tomorrow, I need to be doing something. By the end of the week, I need to have completed a certain subset of tasks. And I feel like that was the most helpful thing, or most instrumental thing for me to get the ball rolling, to actually do things and progress, because I started to see that pattern, which I still do see in myself these days. I'm trying to start a YouTube channel, and I get stuck in the cycle of watching YouTube videos about how to make better YouTube videos. It's ironic, it's like Inception. And then also sometimes scripting videos, scrapping the entire script, re-scripting, scrapping that script, and thinking that, you know what, maybe I'll try again next week. But at the end of the day, all of that is just you overthinking, thinking that you're actually taking action, thinking that you're actually making progress, when just cheap dopamine, it's not really working out. And also the overthinking is leading to the last part, which we're getting to, which is that all the worries that you have about people thinking about you don't really matter, because people don't actually care that much. You can probably humble yourself, drop your pride. I know that everyone including myself, we all have our pride. We're like, I don't want to start, I don't want to make horrible content. I don't want them to make fun of me for this video that I'm putting out there on the internet. But at the end of the day, we all start somewhere and you just have to try. There's no problem with being the person who's trying, okay? Because the thing is, most people want to try, but they're too scared to try. So simply by trying, you're ahead of most people. I just know that a lot of people want to try something and they won't try it. And then when they see someone else trying it, they'll either get jealous or make fun of that person. But deep down, they know, look, I wish I could try this idea that I have, try that hobby that I want to try, but I'm worried that I'll be embarrassed to do it. But the truth is, all of us start somewhere, all of us have to do the things. So you trying, you failing, it's not a problem. It's part of the journey. And I'm not going to be lied to you. People just generally do not care because they're worried about themselves being embarrassed and worry about all the problems that they have in their lives. So yeah, that's the main points that I have from this video. I just want to put this out there. If you're watching this video, if there's an idea that you have, maybe you want to start a YouTube channel, maybe you want to start a business, don't think too much about it this week. Just tell yourself you need to do the first step to doing that. So that might be putting out your first video. If it's in the case of a business, it might be coming up with your name and registering the business. I implore you to do that. And if there's any tips that you have for overthinking that has helped you, please drop them in the comment section down below and subscribe to the channel. But if you enjoyed this video, I appreciate it if you could like, subscribe, and share. Peace out.